Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be getting ready. As you can see, I have no makeup on at all. Just going to get ready. We're going to ask some questions that I asked you on Instagram. I have my phone right here and we're just going to have the chat. I think we're going to talk like 2021. God, I need to turn off my notifications. I noticed that in my last video, my notifications kept going off. Yeah, so grab your cup of tea if you are just going to be sitting around watching me do my makeup, because that can kind of be boring. So I'm going to talk through everything that I'm doing. If I skip a few bits or if I don't show any products, I'll have all the products listed down below. I have a few new products as well in here, which will be kind of exciting, so it's like a sort of review as well. This is actually the cup that I wanted to show you in my last video. This is the cup that Luke got me. It is so funny. So it's like a prescription that you get off your doctor, which is for tea, to Koyce. And it says 1 dose to be taken 3 or 4 times a day. I mean, 1 dose to be taken 24 times a day, really. So I'm actually going to do the makeup that I had on for my birthday. So my 21st birthday, you all really wanted this video. So I'm just going to do that while we get chatting. So let's just get straight into this video. So we will start by getting this hair out of my face. I think I'm going to start with eyes today. I can't actually remember on the day if I did eyes or not first. But I do, when I'm doing glam, I do like to do my eyes first, just so it doesn't like fall down on the face. And then I'm the type of person that if I do my face first and then I do my eyes, I always end up going back to touch up my face, add more bronzer, because I feel like when I do my eyes, it kind of washes out my face when I go in with a lot of colour. So I'm going to do my eyes first. I'm going to zoom me right in. Let's get as close as possible. I hope that it stays in focus for you. But to start off this makeup look, I'm using the MAC Prolongwear concealer, and this is in the shade NC30. So I'm just going to put this on the back of my hand. This is a nice kind of warm shade as well. I just put this all over my eyes. It is really, well, it's not really important, but if you want to get like maximum pigment out of your eyeshadows, you need to put down some sort of a cream base on your eyes, and then don't set it with powder. If you set it with powder, you're actually going to wash out any of the colours that you put on your eyes. So put your concealer or your bases on your eyes and then just go straight in with shadow. That gives the shadow something to stick to on the eye, which will literally give you like the best pigment ever out of your eyeshadows. It'll literally change your life. So if you haven't done that yet, definitely try that now. So the first question that I have is, what are my favourite MAC products? So I actually worked in MAC, so I've been working with a lot of the products for a while and I love them so much. I mean, you can't fault MAC. Like, MAC is always going to be so good. It's really high quality, and to be honest, it's cheap enough. Like, it's not the most expensive makeup brand on the market, and it's really good quality as well. So my favourite products, if I was to pick, let's just say 5, which is going to be really hard, but I need to like narrow myself down or I could be rambling for the whole day. So my first product is definitely the Prolongwear concealer. I love to use this if I don't want to wear foundation. This is really nice on the skin. It's just like a light base, mixing with some moisturiser. So definitely the Prolongwear concealer. I use the shade NC30. That's the one that I have on my eyes now. NC25 is really nice when I don't have tan on. And NC35 is nice when I'm just a bit darker. The Costa Riche eyeliner, I'm going to be using that today. So this is actually it here. It's an eye kohl pencil and it's brown, but it actually has gold reflex in it, which is really nice for anyone that has like hazel eyes or blue eyes. It literally just kind of complements anyone, and it's not as harsh as having black on the eyes as well. The dark tan bronzer, I mean, you can't go wrong. Gimme Sun was my favourite for a while until I tried dark tan. Could use that again today. It's just a really nice golden colour and just lovely to give you like that natural kind of glow to the skin. Just a pinch blush. I mean, this is like my favourite blush ever. It's the best one I've ever used. It's a nice kind of topper on top of a matte blush as well, and I feel like I don't have to get my highlighter when I use this, so definitely love this. Lip products, Cork and Myth. So Cork liner and Myth lipstick from MAC. If you've been following me for a while, you know that is my favourite lip combo, and I have never ever found anything like it. So that is the eyes prepped. We're going to go straight in with eyeshadow now. I actually do my brows after my foundation because I do get a lot of product in there, so there's no point in doing it all nice now and then having to fix it again. So on the actual day of my birthday, I used the SoSu by Suzanne Jackson X Kaylee Urban Bible palette. This is like my favourite palette ever. It literally has all the colours needed. It's very loved. As you can see, it's quite messy. So this palette is actually discontinued, which is really sad. But Kaylee actually brought out her own palette, which is the Kash Beauty palette, and the colours are very similar as well. So I'm actually going to use the Kash Beauty palette because it's a palette that you can actually get your hands on as well, and if you do have this palette then you can use it. But if anyone that has the Urban Bible palette, feel free to use that as well. But yeah, I'm going to jump into the Kash Beauty palette now. The first shade I'm going to take is the shade Burnt. So I'm going to use this the whole way through the crease and sort of blend it out to my temple. So you will see that now. It's kind of better to just watch what I'm doing rather than me explain it. So the next question that I have is, what's the best to take makeup off? So I think definitely stay away from makeup wipes. Like, we're all a terror for it. We will all grab a makeup wipe every now and then. It's just what we do. It's the easiest way. But it's really, really harsh on the skin. And if you feel like you break out after wearing makeup, it's actually not the makeup that's breaking you out, it's how you're taking your makeup off and if you're taking it off properly. I love to use coconut oil. If I have a lot of makeup on, like the makeup I'm doing today will be a lot of makeup for me, but it's like my glam makeup. So if I have to take that off, I will use coconut oil. It's just so easy. It just melts everything down and you can just use a cloth, just wipe it all off, and then you can go in with your skincare. That's what I like to do. I like to melt all my makeup off, get it off, then go in with my face wash and then go in with all my skincare products. I feel like I just want to get everything off my skin before I kind of go in and wash it properly. So yeah, I would say coconut oil, any sort of cleanse off oil, just to melt it off, and then you can just start washing your face as normal. Oh, this is the first shade down. So what I did was I kind of focused it on the outer corner and dragged it out towards my temple, and whatever was left in the brush I brought right in. I kind of like to bring it down a bit further than usual, and this will connect to any of the nose contouring, the bronzer we put on. The same out here, it's going to connect to the bronzer we apply to the face. It's going to look really, really nice. So yeah, that is the first shade. Just make sure you keep blending. Just take your time with it, keep blending until there's no harsh lines. And these shadows are very, very buildable as well. So if you feel like you don't want to go too dark with your shadows, you can just build up the same colour and you will get really, really nice pigment out of it. But the next shade I'm going in with is Tomb. So this is like a really warm brown, and I'm putting this in the exact same place as I just put the first shade, but I'm going to keep it lower to the lash line so you can kind of see that kind of fade up into the first colour. So just taking this on another fluffy brush, but it's a small bit more tapered than the first one, and I'm going to just keep blending this out until I like the pigment of it and I like the look of the shadow. So as you can see, I'm just placing this right in the same place, just not bringing it as high. So the next question is have you any ideas how to get rid of blackheads? And then there's another question, any recommendations for a mask that will help with acne? I feel like they'll both kind of tie into the same one. So to be honest, I'm not like a skin expert. I feel like it's all down to what you're putting on your skin. It is definitely down to your diet as well, but I feel like it's definitely more of what you're putting on your skin, because blackheads are blocked pores. So if you're not taking your makeup off properly, or if you're using, I know SPF, if you're using SPF at night, that can actually clog up your pores, because SPF is just used to sit on the skin to protect it. So that's why you use it during the day, but not at night. It's not going to let your skin breathe at all. So definitely switch up your moisturiser at night if you're using an SPF. A mask that really helps my acne or any spots that I will get is the ZO Sulfur Mask. I will try and insert a photo here, if not I'll link it down below. The ZO Sulfur Mask is like a mask that targets spots, so it dries up spots. It's like a clay mask, it's kind of grey, so you can apply that for 20 minutes during the day, or you can use it as an overnight treatment. So when I have like these spots here that I have attacked, if I put the sulfur mask on that, by tomorrow they'll be dried up and the little scab will fall off and they'll be gone. I know that sounds awful, but that's just how it works. I find that really, really, really good. Also, they have an enzymatic peel, so it's like an at-home peel, like literally an at-home facial that you can apply to the skin overnight. It just like replenishes the skin, and so it almost just like repairs your skin overnight. Or you can use it during the day, you leave it on for like 2 hours and you can just rinse it off. It's so nice. So I'll leave those down below. They are the masks that I really like to use. Other than that, just make sure you're really cleansing your skin. Make sure you're using an exfoliator 2 to 3 times a week. That's going to exfoliate dead skin cells off of your face, which isn't going to build up and then cause spots. So after using each colour, I like to go in with the previous colour in the previous brush, and I just go back over the top with that. That's going to help make sure you get the best blend with your shadows. and it's just going to make sure that it's all kind of like cohesive and it all just blends together. So the next step, I'm using my favourite brush from MAC. This could actually be a favourite MAC product as well. So this is the MAC 221S brush. This is a small little fluffy taper brush. This, I could literally do my whole eye look with just this brush. It's literally the perfect brush. I feel like everyone needs this. It's a life changer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the shade Wreck. So this is the dark brown. I'm literally just taking this, like a tiny bit of this. I'm just going to deepen the outer corner, and then we're going to go in with like a smoky liner, and then we're nearly done the eye look. So I'm just going to take this now, put it in the exact same place I put the last two shades, but again keeping it close to the lash line and not bringing it as high. So someone asked, am I still in Brown Thomas? I'm not still in Brown Thomas. I worked in, for anyone who doesn't know, I worked in Brown Thomas for a year. I was in Tilbury in Brown Thomas for 3 months. I was just Christmas staff, and then that was 2018, and then from 2019, June 2019 to June 2020, I was in MAC. So that's a whole year in MAC. I'm not there anymore, literally just down to everything that's happening. It was just a lot of pressure for them. I don't want to say too much, but to be honest, I feel like it was like a blessing for me because I had more time to do this, and I feel like if I was still working in MAC, I wouldn't be where I am now with like Instagram and YouTube and everything. So it's almost like a blessing for me. But to answer your question, no, I'm not in Brown Thomas anymore. I actually loved it in there, and anyone that is starting out with makeup, I feel like definitely get yourself a counter job. Definitely go into Brown Thomas. It's just like the experience in there is something else. You'll meet loads of people and your confidence will literally go from here to here. Like that's what happened to me. My confidence is a lot better since like talking to people. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. But to answer your question, no, I'm not in Brown Thomas anymore. So that is the dark brown done. I feel like this eye look is really coming together, and it's almost like giving me that sort of cat eye look, and that's because I'm bringing the powder right up to the temple. It's just really lifting the eye without having to go in with liquid liner, because I can't do liquid liner. I try so much, like sometimes it turns out good and other times I'm like no. Like definitely for the night that was in it, I wasn't going to try mess with liquid liner, so this was what worked for me. So now I'm taking a angled brush, I'm going in with the black and creating a kind of smoky line. I feel like it's a lot easier to work with, and if you mess it up you can just blend it out as eyeshadow. So anyone that struggles like me, this is a really good tip for you. So the next question is, how long have you and Luke been together? So me and Luke have been together for, this is our 4th New Year together, but it's our 3rd year together. Does that make sense? So we're together since 2017, so you could say 4 years. This is like going into our 4th year together, but we're actually going out with each other for 3. Does that make sense? We've been friends for so long. Like I think we met when we were like 12 or 13. So we always knew each other, but we're going out for the last 3 to 4 years, you could say. Just creating a really small little wing, as you can see there, with some shadow and a angled eyebrow brush. Nothing too precise. Dip it into the dark brown and the black from this shadow, and I'm bringing this the whole way across my lash line. This is actually going to help with blending the lashes together as well. So just bringing this the whole way across here and into the inner corner. Just a little baby wing. So yeah. So next I am taking my finger and going in with the gold. This is called Treasure. So I just use my finger with this. It's so creamy. So creamy. So your finger is like perfect for this. And I just put this in the inner corner of my eye and slightly onto the lid, nothing too much. So if you can see already, like look at that. Right into the inner corner, bringing it up over my crease, so when I look forward you can still see the glitter through the lashes that I'm going to put on. So right into the inner corner, up towards the brow, and then with an empty finger, the finger with no product on, then I blend that out. So just blend it out with the clear finger and going in, just building it up. And that is it. It's just something really subtle to just kind of attract the light, nothing too much. But yeah, this is like the eye completed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the other eye with the glitter. I'm going to apply some lashes. I'm not going to do my lashes on camera because it can take quite a while for me, but I'll show you what lashes I use after that. So we'll be back in 2 minutes and we will have some fluttery lashes on. So lashes are on, and I just went in with this eye and used the Costa Riche liner from MAC that I was talking about. So as you can see, it's a brown. It's not as harsh as a black, but it's giving the same effect. Just going to go in with the other eye now, of course. Can't be leaving this one out. And I'm putting this literally from outer corner to inner corner. That eyeliner face. And the lashes that I used are my own. So these are the Adriana lashes from my collection with Enchant. As you can see, my name is there. So they're really, really fluffy and really, really dramatic. So this is the little box that mine came in, because these are the lashes that I've been tried in since August. August is when I got the lashes sent out to me. So I've had them since then, and I've been using them for every single look that I've been doing. So they literally last, like I think I've used them definitely, it says they can be used for over 12 times, but I've definitely used them a lot more than that. So now moving on to skin. So I actually like to use the Holywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. I got the shade 5, and I just applied this along the high points of my face and really everywhere. And I just blend this all over the skin. It gives a really, really nice glow, and it gives a nice colour to the skin as well. I like to use this if I'm not wearing any makeup at all. I just put this on after I do my skincare, and it just kind of matches my face, my neck when I have tan on. But you can see that glow already is so nice. And again, just across my forehead. So the next question is, what is my go-to foundation to use? So speaking of foundations, I'm literally going to move on to my foundation now, and this is definitely my go-to. So I love the Nars Natural Radiant Foundation. Honestly, you can't go wrong with this. It isn't. So I have 2 shades here that I kind of mix and match with. So I would use either Stromboli, which is a bit lighter, and then Valencia, which is for when I have like fresh tan on. It's definitely my go-to foundation. I just love how you can literally build it up to as much coverage as you want. Apply this all over the skin. As you can see, it is a bit lighter than my neck, but bronzer and everything is going to make the face so much darker. So I will use those sort of products to warm it up. If I go in with a dark foundation now and then go in with bronzer and stuff on top, that's when you can start getting really, really orange. So yeah, we will try avoid that as much as possible. So where am I from? So I am from Limerick in Ireland. I'm Irish, if anyone didn't know this. I get a lot of messages asking if I'm from the UK. I'm not from the UK, I'm actually Irish. I feel like you can notice that from my accent, to be honest. A lot of people, when I meet other Irish people, they say that I don't sound like I'm from Limerick at all. Like, I know Limerick has like that sort of strong accent. I definitely don't have that. But yeah, I am from Limerick, born and raised in Limerick. So I just applied the Prolongwear concealer that we used to prime our eyes, and I applied this underneath my eyes, on my forehead, just kind of down my T-zone. It's almost the same colour as the foundation, so it's not too bright. It's not too harsh either. I just kind of like to cover up what I want to cover up. I don't do a lot of highlighting. Did you go to college, or are you in college? Are actually 2 questions that I got. So I'm not in college, and I didn't go to college. Straight after school I took a year out because I actually didn't know what I wanted to do at all, and I knew if I rushed into something I wouldn't have lasted and I wouldn't have wanted to do it anyway. So I took the year out, and that's when I fell into makeup. So makeup and like fashion designing is what I really wanted to do, but I didn't know if I was like fully for it. So then in that year I fell into makeup, and I started doing makeup as a job, and then I trained in makeup and got like trained on counters and stuff, and that's kind of what happened. So no, I didn't go to college at all. And I'm not in college now, which I'm actually happy about because I'm the worst person ever for college and like work and all that. So we're moving on to cream bronzer, and I'm opening the little gift I got from Ashley. So this is the Chanel cream bronzer. I'm like so excited to dive into this. I wanted to use this the day of my birthday when I did my makeup, but I actually forgot about it. Like, I was just in such a rush to get my makeup done that I forgot that this was even in the bag. So it just looks so nice. I'm actually so excited to use this. The Chanel cream bronzer, that looks way too perfect to ruin. Like, I'm actually upset that I'm doing this, but I'm excited at the same time. So I'm just going to put this where I would naturally bronze my face, so across my forehead, my temple, my cheekbone, and just under my chin and down my nose. So let's just hope that I like this. I heard so many stuff about it though, so I've like really good reviews, so I'd say I will. Yeah, okay, I'm starting to like it already, and it's not too orange or too harsh as well. I really like this Chanel bronzer. Like, I'm really happy with it. I like how subtle it is. I usually go in with the MAC Studio concealer stick, and that is sort of orange. So when I go in with the dark tan on top, it can be really kind of harsh. I do like it for photos, but like in like daytime, if I was to literally leave the house, it can be a bit heavy. So this is really nice. I'm definitely going to get a lot of use out of this, and I'll definitely need another one soon because I'm literally going to use it every single day. I would definitely recommend it to anyone that likes natural skin. Anyone that's looking for a cream bronzer that would be really easy to use, definitely try this one. Putting her back in her box as well. I actually might even tie the bow because I just didn't want to ruin her. But yeah, no, anyone that is afraid of cream bronzing, that is definitely a really good product for you because it's not too harsh. You can build it up or you can just kind of work with it the way I did. Cream highlight. So this is the Dripping Gold Luxury Tanning Glow Stick. It's the Illuminating Liquid Highlighter. The liquid highlighter that I actually got in a set came with a cream bronzer and a cream blush as well, which are really nice, but I just like this one. It's a bit messy, but it's really nice because I actually don't go in with powder highlighter because my blush is really glowy, and then I have this underneath. I feel like I don't need to give a powder highlighter, and sometimes in photos and in person, powder highlighter for me just doesn't suit my skin. It sits on my skin, it doesn't look nice at all. Until I find a really nice highlighter, I'm not going to be wearing it. So cream highlighter is literally the way to go for me. While I'm blending this out, which needs to be blended, I'm going to answer another question. So someone asked my worst date experience, like would I be sad if I said I actually never went on a date. My first actual date was with Luke and I really liked it, so I can't answer that. I'm kind of happy that I can't answer that though. So someone asked, how do I stay organised and consistent? So when it comes to, I'm guessing you mean like with Instagram, when it comes to being consistent, I make sure that I get enough content in one day to last for the week. Anyone that's starting out with Instagram, it'll be easy. It's easier when you start out because you don't have a lot to do, but I feel like I do so much during the week. Well, I used to do so much during the week that I literally never sat down. So like my actual life was my work. Whereas now I will literally dedicate maybe 1 or 2 days to literally just getting content done for the week, and then the remaining days of the week I can just sit down and relax. Just staying organised, I write everything I need to get done down. So in the morning, like for this week, which it's Monday right now, so this morning I got up and I wrote down all my goals for the week, and then I wrote down daily goals. So even if it's just get into the shower, get out of the shower, like if you write them down and then you do them, you feel like you've done something. It could be literally as little as that, like clean your wardrobe, do your makeup, film your video. When you write it down and you do it, it makes you feel like you've actually accomplished something. So that is how I stay organised. I write everything down. I have a little notice board just literally behind that camera with little notes on what I have to do, and then I tick them off as I do them. So I have the weekly goals on one side and then the daily goals on the other side. It just breaks it up, and it keeps me feeling organised because I have everything written down and it's like off my mind. And yeah, that is literally what I do. So we are moving on to powder. I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I love this powder so much. It's not cakey or anything, doesn't add any colour because it's translucent. Right up under the nose, or right up to the side of the nose I should say, up under the eye, and bringing that right out here. That's going to literally snatch your face. So I don't press it right in, I kind of let that sit for a while. So just setting where I put, I'm just setting down where I put concealer really. So around the nose, again all with the sponge, across the forehead. I'll just let it sit and I'll wipe it all off when I'm done. Just clean up underneath the jaw. I will leave this here while I do bronzer and everything, and then I'll wipe it away. I feel like when I do it before my bronzer, it doesn't come out as harsh. So yeah, I just like to do this. I like the look that this gives. It makes my cheekbones look visible because I have no cheekbones at all whatsoever. So a girl can dream, a girl can fake it. So I'm using the MAC Dark Tan powder, as I say. So this is actually a mineralized powder, and yeah, it's in dark tan. I literally said that like 5 times. So what I'm using is an angled contour brush from Enchant. So as I said, I'm going to leave these all down below. It looks a bit battered because I literally just washed my brushes, but I love this brush so much. So where I applied this powder is across my forehead. I'm setting down where I put the cream bronzer. So across my forehead, literally just here on my temple. I don't join from my forehead down to my cheek. I leave this space free, and that actually gives like a lift to the face rather than make it that all a shadow. So I just stop here and then I do my cheek and then just underneath my jaw and down my nose. So I'm going to do that now while I answer another question. So someone asked what my goals were for 2021. So my goals for 2021 are, I actually wrote down all my goals last night, and I split them up into like career and work, and then like financially, family, relationships, and just like health and kind of well-being. So when it comes to like health, I want to, of course, be as healthy as possible. I want to be eating better. Like, I am the worst person ever to just start snacking and then not have like proper dinners and all that. So I feel like I need to start cooking. I need to start cooking my own food. I need to stop with the takeaways, like maybe every once in a while, but since Christmas I've been like living on takeaways. I want to exercise daily, so whether that's just getting my steps in or actually like going to the gym. Now we are in lockdown again, so there's no gyms open at all, so I'm hoping to maintain the muscle that I've built, because my goal is to build my glutes and just tone up everywhere. Like, I feel like my stomach, I need to tone that up. But I don't see anything wrong with my body at all. And I feel like that is the mindset we all need going into 2021. Like, love who you see in the mirror, and then once you love them, you can start working on what you kind of want to change or whatever. But I am not upset with what I have, but I would like to kind of tweak some things. I mean, once you have the right mindset, you can do it, like, definitely. So yeah, in terms of like work, I feel like, again, it's still so early for me to be doing anything mad on like Instagram or YouTube, but like, why think like that? Like, my aim this year is to think in the mindset of I am literally creating my own brand. That is something that I definitely want to do in the future. I know it's probably not going to happen in 2021, but I'm going to go into the year as if it is going to happen. That is like my main goal, like, in life, is to literally have my own brand, and a full beauty brand. So definitely going to work towards it. I'm going to work extra hard, especially on YouTube. I mean, it is the 4th of January and I already have 2 new YouTube videos up. I'm very proud of myself. Like, I'm very proud for staying consistent already. So yeah, in terms of that, I just want to build on what I have right now. I'm really happy with what I've achieved. I think before you go to looking at what you want to achieve, you need to look back on what you have achieved already. So before you start planning your goals for 2021, look back on what you've achieved in 2020, and that has definitely helped me. Like, when I'm like, oh my god, like, I'm not working towards like my own brand, I'm not doing this, not doing that. When I looked back at what I've actually achieved in the last year and how I'm here already, that's made me think like anything is actually possible, because I went from being like literally nothing. I didn't even have this page or anything in May, and now it's like the start of the year and I'm like, what the hell? Like, this is where I am right now. I didn't think I'd even get this far in 5 years from then, never mind just being like 8 or 9 months. Literally just to work on what I have already and just appreciate everything around me. I mean, with the year we just had, you need to just appreciate everything you have, and just stay really, really positive. Anyone that makes me like a negative person, or anyone that literally gives me like negative vibes, they're gone. So moving on to blush, I'm using just a pinch. As I said, this is like one of my favorite products from MAC. Just using a little blush brush, swirling into this. I love blush so much, so much. So I literally go ham with this. Like, you can't stop me. And as you can see, the glow, you don't need any highlighter. Well, I mean, if you like highlighter, go ahead, but so good. And I actually apply my blush from the apple of my cheek up towards my temple, and I feel like this carves out my cheek. if I was to just apply it here, it's only bringing this part of my face forward, whereas it's bringing my whole cheekbone forward, if that makes any sense. So I will focus it on the apple of my cheek, and then whatever's left I will bring right back up to my temple. So quick tip for anyone that wants to carve out those cheekbones: apply your blush all over your cheek, right up to your temple. So I'm actually going in with a little sample of the Nars Orgasm blush. I have never tried this and I feel like I don't know who I am, because everyone and their mother and their nana has tried this blush before. So I'm just going to put this as like a topper on top of my blush that I just applied. This is almost like a topper, to be honest. It's not really that pigmented. Well, I don't think it gives the nicest glow ever anyway. But as like a topper, it's so nice. Look at that glow. Wow. I definitely need to purchase this blush. This is almost like literally a glue for your brows. So this is what I apply first. As you can see here, I brush this through my brows and it literally glues them right into place. So as you can see, it's given me like lamination brows without lamination. Sometimes when I'm not wearing any makeup, I just use this gel and I don't fill in my brows. It just kind of tames them really, because my hairs and my brows can be a bit crazy. I go in with a little spoolie on the end of the pencil and I just kind of fix them into place. So what I do is I will just create the line underneath. Just literally fill in any sparse areas. Like I do have a lot of hair, so there isn't much to do, but anyone that has sparse brows and wouldn't have a lot of hair, these products are definitely still suitable for you. It comes with a pomade as well, which I have the pomade, but it's just a bit heavy for my own brows, so that would definitely work. And then using the pencil to create little brow hairs. So when it comes to the front, I will just mimic little hair strokes. As you can see here, they literally look like hair because the brow pencil is so thin. And I'll just fix up the top as well. And there is a gorgeous fluffy brow, the way I like my brows to look. So I like to take my Tilbury powder and just a little fluffy eyeshadow brush, and I will just go over the center of my face just to mattify it and fill in any pores. This literally gives like an airbrushed look to the skin. So I can zoom you out a bit again, and we are going to do our lips, and I feel like we could be done then. So as I said, my favorite lip products ever are MAC Cork lip liner. So I'm using MAC Cork lip liner and Myth lipstick. This is like the perfect nude ever. So lippy. So I start with the Cupid's bow, and make sure you go the same direction down this side as you're going down here. I know it can be really easy to literally just do that, and when you come up that way you're rounding out your lip, and then when you come down here you're straightening it. So then when you look or take a photo, you can see that your lips look like different. It looks like a different size or looks different on both sides. That's because you've gone different directions with your lip liner. So if you're coming down this way, you're straightening out the lip, and if you're coming up that way you're rounding it. That is just a little tip to anyone that needs it, that feels like they can't really outline their lips. Start with the Cupid's bow and then pick what direction you're going to go in. I like to go straight down. I like to straighten out the side of my lip and then keep it like kind of pouty in the middle. If I wanted to make my whole lip look a bit bigger, which they don't need to be any bigger than they are, I would round it out, but I'm just going to go straight for now. So I'm just doing a line with this liner, then I'm going to go in with the lipstick, and then I'm going to go back in with the liner again. So now going in with the Myth lipstick. This is like the perfect nude. It's a bit on the warmer side of the nudes. It's definitely that kind of pinky kind of warm colour. I look crazy right now. but it still almost has the blue undertones under it, so that it makes your teeth look super, super white. So this is like really like a 90s lip. I just like to blend it out a small bit. I do like that lip liner look, definitely. But I just blended out the tiniest bit. I know this liner might be too dark for some of you. It can be scary. I remember when I used to work in MAC, people were like, that is way too dark. And then when I applied it and I showed them how to properly use it, they loved it. So anyone that feels like this still might be way too dark for you, Strip Down is a really, really nice nude as well. It's just a bit light for my own, like for myself. But Strip Down and Mint together can literally give the same effect for anyone with lighter skin. But Cork is my favourite. Like, I love it so much. And that is the lip combo. I love it so much. Before I forget, for underneath my eyes, I'm just going in with the bronzer that I used and a small little like flat shader brush. Putting this right up against the lashes. Just right across. From inner corner to outer corner. I really like the way it looks without anything at all, because I feel like my eyes are like, they're big enough and they're kind of round, so I like to literally like try snatch my face and give me like the best fox or cat eye that I can without looking crazy. So anyone that doesn't want to round out their eyes, just do something really, really light underneath so you're not drawing as much attention. So this is the finished look. I hope the lighting was good throughout this. It looks so, this makeup look is like my go-to glam. If I was to go anywhere and I know it's going to be photos taken, this is what I do, because I know it looks nice on me. This makeup look might not suit everyone, it mightn't suit everyone's face shape or eye shapes, but you can definitely play around with makeup and find your own and then just use the same sort of colours. So this is the completed look. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you recreate it, definitely tag me. All my links will be down below and all the products I use will be down below as well. I'm hoping to eventually get up a really like in-depth skin like base tutorial, like foundations, colour matching, everything you need to know, like all the basics. So definitely stay tuned for that, and I hope I explained some bits in here. If you have any questions about this video at all, just message me on Instagram, and I really hope that you enjoyed it. So definitely stay tuned for my next video. Again, my goal for 2021 is to get a video up every week, so let's see if I stick to that. Hopefully I will. I definitely will. That's like, it's my goal. It's in my head, it's written down on paper. It's there. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all again in the next video. Bye.